Wisdom seekers, today we dive into a timeless truth, a secret known to the ancients and often forgotten by the modern world. This secret, when applied with patience, consistency, and quiet strength, has the power to transform you, not in the blinding flash of momentary greatness, but slowly, quietly, and inevitably, like the turning of seasons or the rise of the morning sun. It's a transformation so subtle, you may not notice it at first. Yet, in a year, you won't recognize the person you've become. What we seek is a method, a way of living, that makes you just 1% better each day. It sounds deceptively small, doesn't it? But think about this. A 1% improvement every day compounds to almost 38 times better in just a year. This, wisdom seekers, is the beauty of incremental growth. It's not about grand gestures or revolutionary changes. It's about the steady rhythm of consistent habits that elevate you little by little, step by step, until you rise to heights you never imagined possible. And today I will share with you 10 such habits, 10 foundational principles that, when woven into the fabric of your daily life, will lead to a transformation of character, mind, and spirit. These habits aren't new. They are ancient and profound, endorsed by some of the greatest minds in human history. But it is up to you, and you alone, to make them yours. To truly understand the depth of these habits, you must live them, breathe them, and make them an inseparable part of who you are. Wisdom seekers, your support means everything. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and consider using the thank you feature to make a donation. Every like, subscribe, and donation helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Let's begin with the first habit. Habit 1. Master the morning. The first habit that will set you on the path of continuous growth is mastering your mornings. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. To breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Your morning is your foundation. It is the springboard from which the entire day takes its form. If you conquer your mornings, you conquer your day. If you conquer enough days, you conquer your life. The morning is sacred. It is a time when the world is quiet and your mind is fresh. You have an opportunity to fill it with purpose and intention before the demands of the day begin to clamor for your attention. But what does mastering the morning mean? It means waking up with discipline. It means not surrendering to the allure of the snooze button, but rising with resolve. The ancient Stoics understood the importance of starting the day with strength. Aurelius, in his meditations, often reminded himself of the duty of waking early. For every moment spent lying in bed, every extra minute of comfort was a minute taken away from living. To master your morning, you must cultivate a routine that fuels your body, sharpens your mind, and fortifies your spirit. First, engage in movement, whether it's a rigorous workout, a simple stretch, or a walk in nature. Physical activity wakes up your body and primes your mind for focus and productivity. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." Your body is no different. It requires time and effort to reach its peak state. Next, feed your mind with wisdom. This can be in the form of reading, journaling, or even meditative reflection. The morning is the ideal time to absorb knowledge and reflect on your purpose. The Stoics were masters of this. Aurelius used his mornings to write down his thoughts and remind himself of his principles. You too should use this time to write, to think, to remind yourself of the person you are striving to become. Finally, set your intentions for the day. Ask yourself, what is my purpose today? What am I seeking to accomplish? How will I handle challenges? By starting the day with clarity and purpose, you will find that you move through it with a sense of calm and control. The world may throw chaos at you, but you will have already anchored yourself in purpose. Wisdom seekers, mastering your morning is not about rigid routines or productivity hacks. It's about cultivating an intentional beginning to your day, a time for you to align your actions with your higher self. This habit, simple yet profound, is the first step toward becoming 1% better every day. Habit 2. Embrace discomfort. The second habit is embracing discomfort. This is perhaps one of the hardest lessons to internalize, but it is one of the most powerful. The philosopher Seneca said, Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Growth only happens outside the realm of comfort. If you want to improve, if you want to become better, you must learn to welcome discomfort, not avoid it. We live in a world that seeks comfort at all costs. Everything around us is designed to make life easier, to remove struggle. But the paradox is that it is precisely this struggle that builds strength, resilience, and character. The human mind and body are designed to thrive under challenge. Without it, we become soft, both physically and mentally. To embrace discomfort means seeking out challenges, not shying away from them. It means taking the harder path, not because it's forced upon you, but because you choose it. In your workouts, this could mean pushing yourself to run that extra mile or lift that extra weight. In your work, it could mean taking on projects that stretch your abilities and force you to grow. In your relationships, it could mean having those difficult conversations that require vulnerability and honesty. The Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from enduring hardship with grace. Epictetus, once a slave, knew hardship intimately. He taught that suffering is not an evil, but a teacher. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgments about them, he said. If you view discomfort as a threat, it will paralyze you. But if you see it as an opportunity for growth, it will liberate you. You must train yourself to be comfortable with discomfort. Cold showers, fasting, intense physical exercise, these are not just tests of endurance. They are exercises in mental toughness. They are reminders that you are stronger than you think, that you can endure more than you realize. Each time you push through discomfort, you grow stronger. Each time you face a challenge, you become more resilient. But this habit goes beyond physical discomfort. It is about embracing the discomfort of uncertainty, of failure, of not knowing what comes next. Life is unpredictable, and the more you try to control it, the more frustrated you will become. The Stoics taught the importance of focusing on what is within your control and accepting what is not. This requires embracing the discomfort of uncertainty with a calm mind and an open heart. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must learn to embrace discomfort. It is the forge in which strength is built, the fire in which resilience is born. Remember Seneca's words, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Seek out discomfort. Run toward it, for it is there that you will find your growth. Habit 3. The power of silence and reflection. Our third habit is one of silence and reflection. In a world that never stops talking, where noise and distraction are constant companions, the ability to cultivate silence is a rare and precious skill. But it is in silence that we find clarity. It is in stillness that we hear the voice of our true self. The philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "Silence is a source of great strength." The Stoics too understood this. They practiced a form of introspective silence where they would reflect on their day, their actions, their thoughts. This wasn't mere contemplation, it was an act of self-examination, a time to align themselves with their principles and correct their course if needed. To improve by 1% every day, you must learn to incorporate moments of silence and reflection into your routine. This means carving out time each day to be still. It could be at the beginning of your day, in the quiet of the morning, or at the end of your day, in the solitude of the night. During these moments, ask yourself, what did I do today? Where did I fall short? What did I do well? How can I improve tomorrow? Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process. When you write down your thoughts, you externalize them, making them clearer and easier to examine. Aurelius's Meditations is a perfect example of this practice. His writings were never meant to be read by others. They were personal reflections, a conversation with himself, a way to clarify his thoughts and remind himself of the values he sought to live by. This habit of silence and reflection also requires you to practice mindfulness throughout your day. It's about being present, about paying attention to the moment, rather than being lost in thoughts of the past or the future. This presence is what allows you to respond to life's challenges with calm and clarity, rather than being swept away by emotion and reaction. In our noisy, fast-paced world, silence is an act of rebellion. It is a declaration that you are in control of your mind, that you are not a slave to distractions. In silence, you can hear the whisper of your inner voice, the one that knows your true desires and goals. It is there that you can recalibrate, adjust your course, and ensure that you are moving in the direction of growth. Wisdom seekers, silence is not just the absence of noise, it is the presence of clarity. And in that clarity, you will find the path to becoming 1% better every day. Habit 4. Focus on what you can control. The fourth habit is one that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. The Stoics understood that much of human suffering comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. We worry about what others think of us, we fret over the outcome of events, we are anxious about the future. But all of this is wasted energy. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." To become 1% better every day, you must learn to identify what is within your control and focus all your efforts there. Everything else, other people's opinions, external events, outcomes, must be released. So, what is within your control? According to the Stoics, it is your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. That is all. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. You cannot control the actions of others, but you can control how you let those actions affect you. This is not an easy habit to cultivate, but it is one of the most powerful. When you focus on what you can control, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to manipulate the world around you. You become centered, grounded in the present moment. This is where your power lies. When you are constantly worrying about things outside of your control, you are scattering your energy. But when you focus only on what is within your power, you become incredibly effective. This habit requires you to be constantly aware of your thoughts. When you find yourself worrying about something, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, take action. It's that simple, yet that challenging. The Stoics used this practice as a way to cultivate inner peace. By focusing only on what they could control, they were able to remain calm in the face of adversity, composed in the midst of chaos. This is not a form of passivity, it is a form of empowerment. When you stop trying to control what you cannot, you regain control over yourself. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must master this habit. Focus your energy on your own actions, your own thoughts, and your own responses. Let the rest go. As Epictetus wisely said, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Habit 5. Practice delayed gratification. The fifth habit is the practice of delayed gratification. In a society that values instant results and immediate pleasure, the ability to delay gratification is a rare skill. Yet, it is one of the most important habits for long-term success and personal growth. The philosopher Aristotle said, "The more pleasure we get from luxury, the greater our discomfort when we lose it." To become 1% better every day, you must learn to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gain. This means developing the discipline to delay gratification in all areas of your life. Consider this. Every decision you make, every action you take, is either moving you toward your goals or away from them. When you choose the easier path, the path of immediate gratification, you may feel good in the moment, but you are sacrificing your future self for your present comfort. This is the essence of procrastination, of indulgence, of taking the shortcut, and it is the enemy of growth. The ability to delay gratification is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. It is the willingness to endure discomfort now for the sake of a greater reward later. It is the discipline to resist temptation, to say no to the easy option, to focus on what truly matters. This habit applies to all areas of life. In your health, it means resisting the urge to eat unhealthy food or skip your workout, knowing that your long-term health is worth more than momentary pleasure. In your finances, it means saving and investing rather than spending impulsively. In your relationships, it means being patient, communicating, and building trust rather than seeking instant validation. The Stoics understood the importance of self-discipline. They believed that true freedom comes not from indulging every desire, but from mastering them. As Seneca said, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." To delay gratification is to be in control of yourself. It is to prioritize your future over your present desires. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must practice the habit of delayed gratification. Learn to see the bigger picture. Understand that every small sacrifice you make today is an investment in your future self. The reward will be worth the wait. Habit 6. Develop relentless consistency. The 6th habit is relentless consistency. It is not enough to simply act. You must act consistently. Improvement, growth, and mastery come not from occasional bursts of effort, but from sustained, deliberate practice over time. The philosopher Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This is a profound truth. It is not your intentions or desires that shape your destiny. It is your habits, your actions, repeated day after day. Consistency is one of the hardest habits to cultivate because it requires patience and perseverance. It requires you to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress seems slow or invisible. But this is the secret to becoming 1% better every day. It is the small, consistent actions that lead to massive results over time. Think of a drop of water wearing down a stone. Each drop seems insignificant on its own, but over time, the stone is shaped and transformed. The same is true for your habits. Each small action you take, each decision you make, is like a drop of water. Over time, these small actions compound and create significant change. The key to developing relentless consistency is to focus on the process, not the outcome. If you are constantly fixated on the results, you will become discouraged when progress is slow. But if you focus on the process, on showing up, on doing the work, on taking the next step, you will find that the results take care of themselves. This is why it's important to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life at once. Focus on one habit, one area of improvement, and commit to it. Over time, as this habit becomes ingrained, you can add more. The goal is not to make dramatic changes overnight, but to build a foundation of consistency that leads to long-term growth. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must develop the habit of relentless consistency. Remember Aristotle's words, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence is not a single act, it is a habit, and it is a habit that is built through consistent effort over time. Habit 7. Cultivate gratitude. The 7th habit is one of the most overlooked but most powerful, cultivating gratitude. In a world that constantly pushes us to strive for more, to achieve more, to have more, it is easy to lose sight of what we already have. But the philosopher Epictetus said, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. It is the practice of recognizing the good in your life, even in the midst of challenges. It is a reminder that no matter where you are on your journey, you have much to be thankful for. And when you approach life with gratitude, you open yourself up to more abundance, more joy, and more fulfillment. To cultivate gratitude, you must make it a daily habit. This can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. It could be writing down 3 things you are grateful for each morning or evening. It could be expressing appreciation to the people in your life who have helped and supported you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. It trains your mind to see the positive, to recognize the blessings, even in difficult situations. The Stoics believed in the power of gratitude as a way to cultivate inner peace. They taught that everything we have is temporary, and we should appreciate it while it is here. Gratitude is not about ignoring the challenges or pretending that life is perfect. It is about recognizing that even in the midst of difficulty, there is something to be grateful for. It is about shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from lack to fulfillment. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must cultivate the habit of gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate the good in your life. Remember Epictetus' words, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not." What you have is enough. What you have is a gift. Appreciate it, and you will find that your life becomes richer and more fulfilling. Habit 8. Commit to lifelong learning. The 8th habit is the commitment to lifelong learning. In the pursuit of becoming 1% better every day, you must never stop growing, never stop seeking knowledge. The philosopher Socrates said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This is the mindset of the lifelong learner, a recognition that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. Lifelong learning is not just about acquiring new information. It is about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. It is about being humble enough to admit that you do not have all the answers, and being eager to seek out new ideas, new perspectives, and new skills. To commit to lifelong learning, you must make learning a daily habit. This could mean reading books, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, or engaging in deep conversations with others. The key is to approach each day with a mindset of growth, asking yourself, what can I learn today? How can I expand my knowledge and understanding? This habit requires humility. It requires you to be open to being wrong, to making mistakes, to failing. But it is through these experiences that you grow. The Stoics believed that wisdom was the highest virtue, and they devoted their lives to the pursuit of knowledge. But they also understood that true wisdom is not just intellectual, it is practical. It is the ability to apply what you have learned to your life. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must commit to the habit of lifelong learning. Approach each day with curiosity, with a desire to grow and improve. Remember Socrates' words, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." Keep learning, keep growing, and you will continue to evolve. Habit 9. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. The 9th habit is to surround yourself with growth-oriented people. The philosopher Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, your habits, and your growth. If you want to become 1% better every day, you must be intentional about the people you allow into your life. Seek out those who challenge you, who inspire you, who push you to be better. These are the people who will support you on your journey of growth, who will hold you accountable to your goals, who will lift you up when you stumble. Surround yourself with people who are committed to their own growth, and you will find that their energy and mindset will influence your own. At the same time, be mindful of those who drain your energy, who pull you down, who discourage your growth. These are the people who, whether consciously or unconsciously, keep you from reaching your full potential. You must distance yourself from negativity, from those who are content with mediocrity, from those who do not share your commitment to growth. This does not mean cutting people out of your life entirely. It means being mindful of how much time and energy you give to those who do not support your growth. The Stoics believed in the importance of surrounding oneself with virtuous people. They understood that we are influenced by the company we keep, and that it is essential to seek out those who elevate us. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be the best version of yourself. Remember Jim Rohn's words, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose wisely. Habit 10. Practice patience and persistence. The 10th and final habit is perhaps the most important, practicing patience and persistence. The journey of becoming 1% better every day is not a quick one. It is a long, sometimes difficult, sometimes frustrating path, but it is a path that requires patience and persistence. The philosopher Confucius said, "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." This is the essence of patience and persistence. Progress may be slow, setbacks may occur, challenges may arise, but as long as you continue to move forward, you will continue to grow. Patience is the understanding that greatness takes time. It is the recognition that true growth does not happen overnight, but through consistent, deliberate effort over time. It is the ability to stay focused on the long-term goal, even when progress seems slow or invisible. Persistence is the refusal to give up, no matter how hard things get. It is the determination to keep going, even when the road is difficult, even when you feel like quitting. The Stoics believed in the power of perseverance. They understood that life is full of challenges, but that it is through these challenges that we grow. Wisdom seekers, if you want to become 1% better every day, you must practice patience and persistence. Understand that the journey is long, but it is worth it. Stay committed to your path, And remember Confucius's words, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Keep moving forward, and you will continue to grow. Conclusion: the path of continuous growth. Wisdom seekers, the journey of becoming 1% better every day is not an easy one. It requires discipline, effort, and commitment. But it is a journey that will lead to profound growth and transformation. By mastering your mornings, embracing discomfort, practicing silence and reflection, focusing on what you can control, delaying gratification, developing relentless consistency, cultivating gratitude, committing to lifelong learning, surrounding yourself with growth-oriented people, and practicing patience and persistence, you will become the person you are meant to be. These habits, ancient yet timeless, are the foundation of a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. They are the building blocks of greatness, but they are only as powerful as the effort you put into them. You must live these habits, not just understand them. You must embody them, not just study them. Remember, wisdom seekers, that greatness is not achieved through grand gestures or dramatic changes. It is achieved through the small, consistent actions that you take every day. It is the result of becoming 1% better, day after day, habit after habit. This is your journey. This is your path. And the choice to walk it is yours alone.